Hey guys, it's Stephanie, aka Business Chic Mama. I'm in the back room, and today I've got something really good for you. I've been excited and thinking about doing this YouTube video for a while. But before I get into the content, if you don't know who I am a fashion designer with my own clothing brand. I also am an online entrepreneur, online seller, Amazon, Etsy, and lately Poshmark, which I love, and we'll get into that in another video. But today I want to talk about counterfeit and fake items. So this is for any of you that are wondering if your item is fake or counterfeit, or especially if you are selling online on eBay, on Etsy, on Amazon, any marketplace. You do not want to sell, if you know something is counterfeit, you do not want to sell that. So I am going to give you, I have a few brands here, and I'm going to give you some tips in like 5 seconds to know exactly if it's fake or not, just by looking at a couple of things. Now, believe it or not, when the experts are looking at fakes to try to find something counterfeit, there's so many good fakes out there that even when it comes down to the stitching, how many stitches, are they even? Are the stitches spaced, spaced far apart? Are they close together? I mean, the way that the corners are finished, everything. But these are some quick tips so you can say, oh my gosh, I'm going to look at these couple things, and right there you can tell, and then you can do some further research if you need to. So, okay, so the first brand is, whoops, there's my phone. Okay, Michael Kors. Okay, so I have this Michael Kors. I was at the bulk Goodwill, which is where you buy by the pound, and I just picked this one up. I'm like, okay, I'll check it later. It's really cute, and it looks pretty good. And do you guys think this is fake? I don't know. What do you think? Okay, so just by looking at this, to the average person, they'd be like, wow, that looks really good. You open it up, and it's embossed. You can see the Michael Kors here, and not bad. The zipper is a pretty good weight, but the very first thing you want to look at is the logo here of Michael Kors. And I don't know if you can see it here, but if you see the M and the I, do you see how close they are together? Michael Kors would never, a genuine Michael Kors wallet or purse would never have these two letters so close together. Everything would be completely evenly spaced out. There would be no like letters that are maybe one is a little uneven. So that is right off the bat, you can tell. Everything when you have a luxury brand or a high-end brand, you've got to look at the hardware. You have to look at every little detail. The second thing I noticed is that part of this, and you probably can't see it, but part of this is already turning like you've got gold here, and then it's like silver, like the tarnish, it's tarnishing and it's coming off. If you see any peeling or flaking on the hardware, that's a sign right there too. And as if you go inside, the Michael Kors, you want to make sure that it's, the embossed part, where embossed means where it's pressed into the leather, that it is all even. And this one looks like I can't see the R very well. So this wallet is fake. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so I picked up these Adidas sneakers at the thrift store. As you can see, Adidas here. And gosh, there's just so much counterfeiting going on. It's just crazy. And it's really sad that, we live in this kind of society that, I don't know what else to say. Okay, Adidas is super easy to see if you are picking up a counterfeit Adidas. And if you're picking up a counterfeit and selling it online, shame on you. Do not do that. Put it back down and get the real stuff. Okay, Adidas, all you need to do is go into the labels, and with Adidas, the right and the left foot, their serial numbers on them are going to be different. So a counterfeit, if you look at the very bottom number here, I don't know if you can see that right there. That's the serial number. They will be different. This one ends on the left foot with 4-3, and this one on the right foot ends in, of course I can't see, 6 something. These are real Adidas. That's all you need. That's like the 3-second rule, okay? Let's move on to the next brand. Okay, so I picked up this also when I was with the Goodwill, the per pound Goodwill. This little Vera Bradley lunch tote sack, whatever. And, you know, as soon as I picked it up, it felt really lightweight to me. So, you know, coming from, you know, in the design field, I know when things have weight and quality. And I just picked it up anyway because this babe probably cost me about 10 cents. And I might just use it for my lunch anyway. But the first thing you notice is with Vera Bradley, her items are quilted. So within a few seconds, you can see this, there's no quilting on this bag. Okay, that's the first thing. When I open it up, do you see this stitching right here? That's called a marrow stitch, and that's super cheap. No high-end brand or luxury brand or well-made brand will ever have this stitching exposed. Okay, it says Vera Bradley, but totally fake. And even on the bottom, you can see just how cheap the stitching is. If it looks cheap to you, it's probably a fake. Because remember, luxury brands and brands that are, you know, more high-end, everything is in the detail. So remember that. When you notice something and it feels cheap, looks cheap, probably fake. Okay, let's move on to our last brand, which is our Louis. Okay, so I have, can you spot the real one? Okay, so let's look at the difference. Now, most of you might already know this, but I will go over it. This one on the right, this one is fake, and let me tell you why. Okay, this one here, the very first thing, and you guys probably know this about Louis, but Louis will never cut off its letters. It's evenly spaced. Like if you look here on the real one, look at how evenly spaced. Even when it comes to the seams, they're completely like exactly the same. Everything's symmetrical. Look at the bottom of the bag. Okay, but now the fakes are really good. They're actually symmetrical. But this one, if you happen to pick it up and you look, that's the first thing you want to look at to see symmetry in the design. The second thing that you notice, and let's see if you can see it here, there's little like threads. Okay, yeah, I just pulled one. Okay, that's never going to happen with a luxury brand, ever, ever, ever. And also there's just tarnishing. You can see the tarnishing on the hardware. This isn't even leather, even though some may be leather, but the D-rings are kind of tarnished. And let's see, the inside, there's nothing really special on the inside. So that is the fake. The real one, let me just point out a couple of details. If you ever find, like this, these are my initials, but if you ever find a Louis or any other luxury brand that has monogram, most likely it is real. No one is going to spend the money to monogram their purse if it is not real. That's one. Now it's not 100% because I'm sure, you know, the counterfeiters are doing something like this as well to fake out people. But that's probably 99.9% real if you see something with a monogram. Also notice the piping here. Look at how the bag is finished. Look at this one. This one is just stitched and you can see it. And this one has that beautiful piping on it. Okay? And also notice like the hardware, the quality of the hardware is really nice. It's shiny. And, you know, the inside, it's got the serial number. Let me see. Can you see that? there's a serial number inside. You know, the bag actually inside doesn't look anything special, but you will notice also the finishing on the inside of the bag. I don't know if you can see it at the bottom. There is a very nice piping stitching around the bag. So that is, in a nutshell, how you can tell that your brands are counterfeit or the real deal. Anyway, so if you're online, if you're selling online, just make sure you look out for these things, and happy thrifting, or whatever it is that, wherever it is that you purchase your goods. And let me know in the comments below if this was helpful and what else you want to see in my future videos. Okay guys, have an awesome day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, drop me a like. I truly appreciate it. Have a good one.